6, so we'll make a start with the meeting. So welcome everybody to the Finance Full Council meeting and Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Right, so point 4.4 on the agenda, receive apologies for absence. You have any?
No.
To receive declarations of interest. So, have any members got any pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest in any of the items further on down the agenda? No. Right, so I'll adjourn the meeting to allow members of the public to address the Finance Full Council meeting. So, there you go. So,
Do you ladies say anything? Okay. Evening, everyone. Many of you know me, but my name is Colin Houghton, resident of Swaffham and ex-councillor. My main comment I'd just like to mention is about the money which the council is holding following the sale of Daysfield. Obviously, quite a sizable sum, and I know it's nice to have it in the bank earning some interest for the council, so appreciate you getting some income from it. But I'd just like to draw attention to the fact that, I mean, obviously it is a considerable sum of money, and I think most people's understanding was that that money would be reinvested back into facilities for the town at some point. I appreciate, obviously, that perhaps local government reorganisation is in some people's minds, and the fact that that may have a bearing in terms of, you know, what the council's duties and responsibilities may be in the future. But I think it would be very helpful if some sort of statement could be made to the public, perhaps following the publication of the budget this year, just to say that, you know, the council has holding that money, and that you know, perhaps some indication of what may or may not be used for future development of the town. And in a way, it might even link to you've got an item on your agenda 5425, which is the Sue's News and the toilet block. And again, some of you may remember from the past, quite some years ago, that the council did invest some money in doing a review of all the town's assets and what we owned and some ideas for the future. And one of the ideas, for example, from that report was about future development of the site where Sue's News and the toilets currently stand. And, you know, there were some ideas expressed at the time, for example, of possible redevelopment of that particular site. So in short, I'm just really suggesting, I think it would be really helpful if some sort of statement or indication could be given, perhaps linked to the publication of the budget, as to what the you know, early thoughts may be regarding the future use of that Daysfield money. So that's really the point I'd like to draw. Thank you.
The members of the public, yeah, for that. I will go back into that second. To receive and agree the minutes of the Finance Full Council meeting held on the 13th of October. So everybody read the minutes? Anybody got any queries? No. So 48 to receive and consider late or urgent items. You haven't had any of them. Sorry.
Point of order. It appears to me that item 51, item 52.1, and items 57.1 and 57.2 are all about the same thing, virtually. And I think we ought to discuss them as one complete unit rather than one at a time, as suggested by the order paper.
Well, the policies are, if you will only need them if you know, whatever you need. So, yeah, the IT policy will be required, but the other one be required if you need it. So that's why this policies always come at the end. So, but yeah, you can all, yeah, it will just be a.
I think it probably the best way around of doing it. I can't sort of see we'll do this one and agree we've got to comply with it, and then later on we'll talk about the policy. Well, we need to know talk about the policy in any case, won't we? If we're going to agree that we need to do it, and then the purchasing thing. will come out of that as well. Or whatever. We don't need an overall discussion. That's my view.
Right, to 49 then, to receive outstanding actions agreed at the last finance, there's only a couple, weren't they? There is car parks, yeah, you've obviously declined. Yeah. The bond, which has been done, yeah, so that's it. To receive a quarterly report from the internal control officer.
Yep, I looked at the papers today and signed them off. They've been fine.
Right, so 51 to discuss and agree to compliance with the requirement for research and retain the digital data compliance, which focuses on digital governance and data protection, effective from 25-26 annual government and accountability return. So you'll be doing something like that.
No, I've done the training. I've wrote you a paper. Then your decision how you want to go forward with it. Your option, we have to deal with it. It has to be signed off in our AGAR this year. We've always had to be compliant, but this year they are asking you to sign it. It will be checked by the internal auditor and the external auditor. It's part of the new JPEG.
So we have got a choice. You've got the two options.
But then you've got the two options. Yes, bring your own device. Bring with you a policy. We would need a policy anyway because the staff use their phones for work. We all have a call out number. So again, although we haven't got emails on there, we're still using personal devices for work. So we will all need to sign as well. But it's how you want to go forward, really.
So has everybody read the paper with the options and the benefits and the risks? Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for everyone to say they'd read the papers.
Yeah.
Probably not. Okay. Yeah. Can I say I think we should at this time go for option 2 for the rest of
Your own
the
device, yeah.
for the duration of this present council, because we've got about 15 months left till the election, and then that would be a time to decide if there's a policy. And I think Helen's written up a policy for bring your own drinks devices. That we could see if that works over the 15 months we've got left, and then take a view at the end of that 15 months whether it's worked or not, and then decide, because it's quite a lot of expenditure.
Yeah.
And I don't really, I can't at this time, but the bit of time we've got left, I don't think it's worth chopping and changing.
No. Yeah, that's a sensible comment.
Has everyone read the paper with the pros and cons and things?
Do you want me
Yeah.
to go through it?
Yeah, we need,
No,
we need to know that if we don't go ahead with purchasing these devices, are we in compliance
Yes.
for the rest of the time?
Yeah, we still need to apply.
Yeah.
One policy.
Right.
you've got option 1. Yeah.
We don't have to have the bespoke devices. We can go for them your own. And it's your decision this evening which one you want to go.
I suppose we go with option 2.
Any seconders? Or do you want any other comments?
So you all know then if you use your own device, you can't be sharing email. You can only use the councillor email. There's the risks. I've put all up there. So you all need to know that and understand
Which is
what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So bring your own device. What you would do. Yeah, we've got a clear policy, which I've done, that you'll all have to sign. Limit which personal data can be processed on personal device, require strong password, automatic login and regular updates. Ensure councillors know what happens to council data if they leave the office. So your email would go and your password be changed. Yeah.
So we've got second of John's proposal.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Yeah. Okay, so all in favour? Okay.
Do you want to go to the policies now?
You might as well do that.
Yeah.
Next is, we're going to skip to item 57 on the agenda.
So the IT policy is a policy that, you know, that I've wrote. It's a standard policy. I've modelled it to Swaffham. Comments?
Oh, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, bring your own. So we'll sign up for that.
Yeah. And you bring your own device policy. We'll just sign on. You'll all have a copy of that. We'll just ask you to sign that to say it's done. And we can show the auditor that that you've all got a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you have you all read the bring your own device policy? You know what you're signing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So this is the policy up here. If we just want to have a quick scan through.
Imagine everyone does that for their own sake.
I would think so. Yeah.
That's what we've been doing, haven't we, anyway, so,
They will all sign this at the bottom.
wet.
Yes, there will be wet signatures and everyone will read the policy, sign it. And then we're covered.
So I don't remember a specific thing in there about forwarding emails to our private addresses,
Well, that's data protection anyway.
Yeah.
That's before.
because there was a couple of instances last
Yeah.
year where
Yeah.
it was so.
But that's your data protection.
Okay.
So that should be, yeah.
We can have other emails on there, but so only don't mix
Yes.
the two together.
Yes, yeah.
And, if you got a personal one and the council
Yeah.
one.
Council.
Council emails must not be forwarded to personal email
Yeah,
accounts.
okay, yeah, I'll see.
Yeah.
Skip that. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Right, so if we go to. Do you want to say?
No,
We had your hand up, so, so number 52 then, to consider capital expenditure items.
Sorry, you're all happy with both those policies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they will be adopted. Yeah, thank you.
So we've done that,
Yeah.
done that for the moment.
So we can,
Go ahead,
decision
through.
required, no. Okay, sorry.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, number 52 on the agenda to consider capital expenditure items. So obviously we're going to skip 52.1 and go on to 52.2, which is a quote to upgrade the screen in the chambers with an 85-inch 4K smart screen at cost of, where's it? I've lost it. 1,800.
578.
Oh,
That not.
good.
So at the
That's good
moment,
fun.
yeah, at the moment, this projector's not working. So they can hear us, but nobody can see us at the moment. Again, it's gone orange.
Yeah.
I'm just having problems with it at the moment.
Well, I'm going to propose that we go for that one.
Can I just ask a question? How did they come to the labour cost being 650?
They come here, they put it all in for us. They are our IT provider. They would install it. We don't get involved.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's not, you know, I thought that was a lot of money for the install.
That's done.
Underfloor.
They had.
Contractor coming in and.
No, I'm not saying that, Graham, but I was just like,
Just say that
the explanation on cost.
Dies well.
now they're getting a new system up through Norfolk Association of Local Council, and it's going to have a lot of different policies, and different sections within there and help support and all that. So it might be worth having a look at that system.
That's just their website though.
No, they're altering it. It's going to be more.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
aware of that.
Yeah.
Cloudy IT, they support local councils, don't they?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. They all set, we set the
Yeah.
Cloudy IT work.
This
with
is
all-
for councils to use for the different things,
That's their website, but we already have a compliant website with Aubergine.
right, any other comments?
I'm trying to picture a fake 85-inch.
Yeah, it's
Better size than that, must be.
not that,
same size as that.
no, it's not that.
Like,
A little bit less than 100. Let's see that.
It's 65.
Yeah, be nice. I can't read that.
no,
That size of that is where the page.
yeah.
No, it'd be 85 inches from corner to corner, so it's not that big.
That's just above the weight.
Yeah, and it would just be a better
It'd be
HD,
4K, wouldn't
because
it?
at the moment this is very blurry, it's an old screen.
Yeah, that sense. Right, so I'm going to propose that we go ahead with this purchase. I've got a second.
I'll say it.
So all in favour?
Yeah.
And you, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry,
His
Dave.
arm was 8. We should have we should have
I don't think it's big enough myself.
What, 85 inch?
You can't go, no, you can't go bigger, we've already looked. 95 would be too big in there, because it won't go with this. Sorry,
Because that will actually work more as a television as well, then.
yes, it
Will
will.
there be any sound backup for that in case?
Yes,
they will?
yeah, that will work through that. That's the sound bar as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's where they come and do it all and make it work.
In case we want to use
And then when you've got,
some.
when the new hearing loops, there's new hearing loop software that comes in with the Logitech in February.
Yeah.
Because we get complaints that the hearing loop
Yeah.
doesn't work. That will all then be able to, because the system we've got is these don't work. So then the hearing loops will be able to go into that as well.
So these don't work or do work?
I think the screen would be pretty
No,
quick.
it-
They're all, they
Yeah,
don't
you don't forget the council,
They could actually be.
the district council this area, because they said they don't hear them,
No,
Yeah.
no,
these.
no.
Right, so the next one, 52.3, which is a bit more expensive.
Well,
Sorry, quote for resurfacing the roads in the cemetery. So that's going to be AK Deba Landscaping from Taven, so it's a local company. And the area of surface that they're going to be resurfacing is 1,345 square metres, which is quite a considerable area, isn't it?
we thought we'd have to go up to 10 because it would be over 25,000. Graham West used this company before, and which is why we went to them first. Ryan's also gone up to 3 other companies and nobody will quote for it. And we were actually quite surprised when that came in. He was very impressed with them. They have quoted for us before. That was about 4 years ago, which we didn't go ahead with. And to be honest, they haven't really raised it much at all. And we also wanted them to do some areas that can go out, because when the hearse come in, there's no turning area. They have a problem. So we've actually put in there a new turning area as well.
That's within this.
It's all in there, yeah.
Right, any comments?
You know, the big area outside the gates. Who's responsible for that area?
That's highways.
Any chance that we can get that resurfaced? Bring that with highways.
All of that.
Yeah, I think we
It's a
could
bit
speak
tight.
to highways then, whether we've done maybe.
If you're going to do the road inside, you might as well do the
It's not
outside.
all of the area. I mean, the highway,
Areas.
the footpath is much narrower.
Anything about
That looks like it should be past.
Maybe that is part of it. I'd have to ask Ryan at that, but if not, we
I-
can afford-
I've got to admit, this is a busy mouse. I,
Sorry, John? Can't hear.
you know, there's no specification here. Who's going to warrant that they do it right and that it'll last? How long is it going to last? I mean, there's no such thing as Type 1 granite hardcore, for instance. 50 millimeter, 100 millimeters. A sub base is usually about a foot thick. That's 300 millimeters. 50 millimeters of hot rolled asphalt base, of course, well, that might do, but then you're surface dressing it. Might as well put in a decent surface while you're about it.
Shall I get them to come back and you meet them, John, and have a chat with them? I don't know.
No, I don't want to chat to these people because I don't think they are severe misgivings at the presentation of that. It's just not what I would expect in any case. We ought to have a proper specification. I would suggest probably ask Luke what the specification for the highway specification for development roads is and work to that. Because if you don't have a specification, they can do anything they like, really.
Well, they have included the specification for the depth of the materials they're going to use, haven't they? So that's, you don't consider that's adequate?
Not a specification. See, it's just a list of things that I'll do.
If we just go to Dave, and then we'll respond after.
Well, we had a look at the area last year before Christmas, didn't we?
Yes.
And I looked around at the road, I made a point to look at it, and having some experience in the building trade, I say there was a couple of 3 or 4 potholes in the surface that could be easily repaired without too much trouble, and it was still usable for quite some time.
Mm.
So I think spending whatever that is, £22,000,
18,940. So
Yeah.
They claim VOC.
whatever.
Right, any other comments?
Potholes seems a lot.
Yeah, any other comments? Wendy?
I do think we should try and get some more quotes.
Yeah.
Then we've got some specifications to compare. I appreciate Ryan hasn't had any, but there are quite a few good tarmac people out there.
Yes.
yeah,
Can speak to, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yes, can I say that I also agree with David? I go down there quite often and I don't have any difficulty whatsoever going down the
we do
road.
get a lot of complaints from the funeral
you?
directors, yeah.
From funeral
And-
directors.
And public,
Yeah. And is it the fact that we're going to have these storage van things?
No,
We're not.
no.
Okay.
So that's
Right.
Right.
Right, any other comments?
So I agree with the public may and funeral directors that may have problems because the bit around the chef
That is
feels a
difficult.
bit small.
That is difficult.
It's difficult to get round, so maybe
Yes, that is.
adding to the width of it might be an option. But
Yeah.
Right, so what we're gonna do is get some extra quotes then, and
I'll speak to Luke first
Yeah.
and show him this and see what his specification.
and a more detailed specification.
See if I can get some from highways first.
But we'll keep that as some in the budget.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right, quote 52, quote to decorate the chapel. So this is APT roofing, and I think it's possibly look through.
Yeah, this was following the walk around with councillors
Which David was
and
on.
they, yeah.
So 3720. So any comments about this one?
I'd just like to say, the woodwork is in a pretty poor state and the doors have been patched up so many times. And if we do keep the weather out of those doors, we should be looking at putting new wood doors on. So I think we need to bank it.
Yeah.
Think of
And following on from that,
What is it?
they should be using a microporous paint rather than a standard gloss paint these days that breathes, allows moisture to come out, and they will last a lot. The woodwork will last a lot longer and won't need to be repainted so frequently. Specification, I think. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing at the moment, is there?
We have established that the chapel is not a listed building.
But Andrew Gaten has, I sent him a list of things that we highlighted from that asset report, and he's put down some comments on what he would advise, so we could paint and.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Linseed oil based. Yeah.
Right, any other comments?
Did you say we're doing the inside as well?
So,
Yeah.
No, so we
Well,
could, thank you.
no, what happened is, so I've got the, so with the, I'll tell you now, with the storage container, so after we agreed it, we've gone to Weights and Stone and they've said they can't get it in. If we had it, we had to have a road closure.
Right.
And then there's no guarantee, for them to get it in, which could be all day, and that would cost a small fortune. So it looks like we can't go down that route now after. But I have got that on the next agenda, because we've got some other ideas to come up with.
Storage.
Yeah, for storage. Yeah,
So some alternatives.
so that's for Wednesday.
Anyone else?
I think we need to make a decision on what this chapel is going to be used for, because it seems to be like.
Well, this is the other thing. Now it's not listed, that could be used for storage.
It's already used for storage.
It is, but it can be used properly for storage.
The stuff that's in it, a lot of it looks like it could be thrown away.
I think a lot of it is all.
I know a lot of it's been sorted out. but we could have more in there.
Right, anyone else?
But this was just to quote to decorate it for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, to keep it. So anyone happy to propose? I'm happy to propose that we go for this with the correct paint and everything else to present the building.
Yeah, second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, got a second.
Correct paint. With the correct paint. I vote that.
Yeah, we are voting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so now the next one is for the market, number 52, 5. Purchase of 8 gazebos and accessories.
So 4 would be for market and 4 would be for the events. But so we'll put it in 2 budgets basically.
Yeah, as well as different confused. So has everybody read Ian's paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good pitch.
Yeah, it was. And also to increase the current budget for replacement from 500 to 1,000. Comments? David?
It says 4 and 4. Does that mean that the 4 can be used on market?
No, just come out 2 budget. There'll be 8 new gazebos.
Will there be, so,
Sorry, no, carry on.
would they be branded with Swaffham Town or all on them? Or?
Where are these going to be stored again? Just out of interest.
Where the store is,
It's there. Okay.
which we probably need to look at
Yes,
one day.
it's going to
at the
say we
moment.
need to look
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
storage area itself,
Sometime, yeah.
really. But as I say, putting the gazebos there just means that can't be used for anything else.
They have to be fairly close to
Yeah.
where the market is. That's
Okay.
And they're good to have in there because he can
Yes.
dry them and it's wet.
But they don't take up that much room
No,
actually,
no,
when they're folded
that's
down.
fine.
They're not too bad. And he did mention something about coloured gazebos.
Yeah, that's
And
quite good.
Yeah.
But when we've actually spoken to the market committee, they've said they preferred white ones because you can sort of see the,
If you get 4 coloured for the events.
maybe.
And 4 white.
Could do,
Yeah, for the events, it wouldn't matter, would it? But I think for the display of items that they're selling, they prefer
We
the
could
white.
rival Norwich.
Sorry?
We could rival Norwich.
Yeah.
So 4 white.
So 4
colours.
white, 4 coloured.
Striped ones in Norwich have done quite well, haven't they? Yeah.
Okay, so we're happy to go for that. You need to vote. So I propose that we go ahead with that one. Second, in favour?
Possible.
So 52.6. So this is a quote to decorate or replace the windows in the town hall. So that would be
So we got both. We got a quote to decorate and we also got a quote from one of our market traders to replace them. So
Which one that we talked about? Can you keep clear on that?
these ones, yeah,
the new
downstairs at the corridor.
Yeah, every door and window that was put in when this extension was built, basically.
so for this new
That'd be the first time that the woodwork has been redecorated since it was built.
so it's
No,
not confident.
Just up glazed one.
They are different.
They are double glazed.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer? Should we decorate them, tidy them up?
Just out of interest, are we going to get more than one quote for the?
We've tried, but this was a market trader, so we always like to have a market trader come in. And he was
So what's the quote for replacement? I've got 4, 5. I've got
So
4.
to clean them, to just to clean out the gullies, because that's the other problem we've got in the courtyard. We need to clean out the guttering so we can then replace the problem in the corridor, because that's all peeling in. But the boys have now been on the line faster, so we can do that in house. So this was for him to tidy that out. Door and window renovations and coat repaint was 3,750.
So is he is a window roofer come builder?
Yes, he's the one who did the barn.
Just saying, because he goes from, to doing windows. It's normally different to a roofer.
Is that with a replacement wooden ones or replacement with a plastic?
It'd be UPVC, so it might be better to stick with your wooden, I don't know. Because we're so close to the museum.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say they didn't seem, generally, the windows didn't seem to me to be in bad repair.
No.
There was a bit. And given that they're already double glazed, I don't think there would be that much advantage to taking them out.
No, so I was just asked to get a UPVC quote
You did.
just to compare it with the decorating. I think the preference is the decorating.
Yeah, so, right, and the prep wall and replaster, they're quoting to do that, but you're saying that.
Can do
uh,
that.
we
Can now
it
do
now.
that.
So does that mean this quote will be reduced?
Yes, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
David,
It's the difference in the cost for the UPVC versus the paint job. Full up. 10 grand.
10,000.
So it's an additional 10,000.
Yeah.
And obviously the issue is obviously the wooden windows are going to need redecorating at some point in the future. Given that.
But then how long has this building been standing now? Quite a while. This is the first time they were being done.
You'll have more, even though 15, 20 to 25 years.
Can I propose
We redecorate.
I'll second that.
Right, okay, I propose that we redecorate the windows.
Yeah.
And not replace.
Yes.
Short term.
Okay. Replacing carpet tiles on the.
Sorry, we still haven't had a quote from them, so I'll have to defer that.
No, I was going to say, I didn't
Yeah,
see anything.
Yeah, so they were supposed to come out and they haven't come yet, so.
Did we have anything? Oh, we did have. So, okay, so 55A then. Installation of 3 electrical points on the Iceland side of the market. So this has been going on for ages, hasn't it? So gone now.
So we've got the quote for 5,555 per point. William has said that if he's got any left over members fund, that he would contribute that.
Do you know how much?
Not yet, I'm just waiting to find out.
I mean, this is actually to allow people like the fishmonger to use an electric point rather than use the diesel generator, which is doing currently.
Yeah, and I think, does the cheeseman plug into?
Yeah,
He's got at the shop.
Yeah, he plugs into Starlinks, I think.
Yeah.
but it would be better to have our own electric points, obviously going forward for the market. Would we be able to use them for anything else? For events,
Events.
So that would be an advantage as well.
What was that, about 15,000 in all? Yeah. Can I ask if they,
50.
is that included, like what the electric wall would have to connection to the mains and all?
You got that one.
That's you
That's
doing that.
doing
It
it.
does it. Yeah, we.
So it'd be connected to the box.
Well,
No, they'll be the other side of the road. I don't know quite how they'll.
they do all that. It goes through the road and.
Yeah.
So that's the total cost.
Yeah,
for everything. So there's nothing on top
No,
of
the
that.
road closure and everything.
Any other comments?
Just could you tell us again what the cost is?
17.
17,000.
17K, 17.
That's capital, can't it?
Yes, these are all
Yes,
capital.
that would be capital, yeah.
Right, well, any other comments?
It's a good idea if
Yeah.
it stops them using diesel generator.
Yeah, that is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that sometime in the future that's going to be done, David.
Would that give us coverage for the rest of the town? You know, enough sockets for anywhere else that might need sockets on, just
It's just for that
It's
side,
just for that side.
sides as well.
which has got nothing.
Oh, just one more. Will they pay for the electric they're using?
I do,
Yeah,
they do.
they will pay.
They can be
Yeah,
metered,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna, any other comments? Sorry, Paul.
Just one comment, while the people are here, can we ask them if they could remove them, the charges that are not working on the marketplace?
Brett supposed to sort that out.
Bradford, yes.
I don't know whose responsibility it is, but whoever,
We can find that out, can't we?
or either
I think
remove them or
we
get,
have,
get some that will actually are you
No, that's
usable?
already gone to Breckland and
Yeah.
then I think it's in hand.
Weren't they supposed to be getting converted into motorcycle parking spaces or something we agreed on?
I
I don't know.
The thing is, they're talking about remodeling
They're
the
just
market
wasting
square.
space at the moment, aren't they?
So we're not quite sure what's going to happen. Well, I'm going to propose that we go ahead with this because it's been going on for so long. And I think we really need to do something to preserve the market going forward. So I'm going to propose that we actually go for that. Any second then?
Second.
Let's, we did second that.
Yeah.
Right, all in favour? I think that's going to be great for the market.
It's really,
Haven't got this, it's been something certainly, it's like lost work, isn't it? That's what it's like Friday. It's the one I'm really very pleased. It's every Saturday. Right, okay. Okay, number 53 then, to consider the creation of a combined street cleaner and toilet caretaker role and to establish a working group to review and develop this role.
So I've done sat down on Friday and I've done a job description and we thought it would be nicer to call him town ranger rather than cleaner. We've worked out like a role which I can all bring to a working group if you decide you want to go forward with it.
Yeah.
The Glutton's working well.
Good.
We've been out and had a look at it as well. We obviously need to use it a bit more to see how long it takes, but just doing a small area was really good.
Yeah.
So it was
very positive.
So have we got an idea about the cost of this?
Well, I've gone from, with minimum wage, it's about 26,000 a person full time, but we're looking at 22 hours a week, and that person would work 7 days on, and then you job share it. So you have an A and B. So they do 7 days, 22 hours, and then the next person takes, so they have a week on, week off, basically.
The flexibility would be helpful.
Yeah.
Any?
We tried job sharing with the market superintendent. That didn't work out very well, didn't it?
That was just the
one
people.
thing, though.
It's
Yeah.
just the people.
Yeah.
Generally, job sharing does help, and it does give a degree of flexibility that you wouldn't have just with one number of
Yeah.
staff.
So, normally looking about 26,000 for a full-time worker a month. We're looking at 44 hours split over 2 people.
Jill.
So with the start, when we've had our group session and decided what to do with the toilets, this would start then, would it? It wouldn't start now for these 2 toilets.
I don't know. I
Would
mean,
it?
the toilets,
Straight away.
I think it starts straight away because
Oh,
the
right,
toilets
okay.
open longer than we have
Okay.
them at the moment.
But you saying all these,
I mean,
hours, no, that will be discussed.
yeah, that
Okay.
was, I've done a job description, I've done hours
Yeah.
that you can then thrash out. But I mean, you're not going to get someone to start next week. You might take,
Something to do.
a couple of months to recruit. You could start recruiting immediately with a possible 1st of March, 1st of April start.
Right, John, were you going to say something?
Yeah, well, one of the things is this is going to cover the whole town, not just the town centre, I hope.
No, it would be the town centre initially. Well, I don't know where else would.
The whole of the town. I mean, if you walk down our streets, they're full of rubbish and they're disgusting.
Depends how long you're looking. I mean, if you're looking at someone doing 3 or 4 hours a day, I don't know. I mean, the Glutton's only for the town centre.
Well,
This is what the working group would
Look at, yeah, that's what
the working group would, we can't really decide them sort of things right here now, but that's what the
No.
working group is for.
What we've got to do today is just agree it in principle. I think.
Agree in
And
principle.
then move forward with the
Process.
role and see, yeah, good idea.
Because at the end of the day, we've also got to hope that we're going to get suitable candidates who are prepared to work on a job share basis.
I'm sure that we won't employ unsuitable candidates.
I think what
You're right.
would be nice is to have 2 local people,
Yeah, that,
who are passionate about the town. But yeah, I think with what John's saying, you would need to then talk about that in your working group to see where you want to go and how far
it's got to be
Yeah.
clearly defined.
But I think,
Dave or something.
Should say, obviously, we're paying Breckland Council to clean the whole of Swaffham. If they're not doing it, we need to get on their cases again.
We don't pay.
Well, the taxpayers pay.
Yeah, council.
Me, we,
Yeah.
but they don't do it. Not me.
But if we've got someone in the town centre focusing on the town centre, it means that Serco can focus on,
What they've got to do.
well,
And then we can focus on what we've got to do.
yeah.
They are locked into that contract.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so it's not something we can, we've got any back to them on. John,
The disposal of the rubbish, have we got the facility to do it? Can we take it to a municipal tip, for instance?
I think at the moment we're looking at, we've got a bigger bin for recycling. We could probably swap them over and have a bigger bin for the everyday stuff and go smaller with the other one, or just have two bigger bins. But at the moment we haven't needed to go to the tip with anything. It's just litter bins and it's been okay. I mean, if you've got waste, like from the cemetery and the allotments, that goes to a skip.
Yeah,
And this stuff will just go to the same place.
right,
I just
anybody-
wondering how much will be, because the litter crew who
Yeah.
do the volunteering, which is slowly ebbing, collect 15 to 20 sacks of rubbish a week from this town. That's all over the town. That's why I was keen on getting this going, because those guys are getting older. I've given it up because I can't get around as well as I used to. And I think it's about time the town put their hand in their pocket and got the job done properly and not relying on volunteers to do this.
Right, so we're here tonight really to agree in principle that we go forward with this proposal. So
Can I propose that we go forward?
I was just going to do, oh, sorry. It does make you second it.
I'll second it.
So all in favour?
All of it.
Can I suggest that we have a working group to meet tomorrow or Wednesday, so we can take it to council Wednesday night?
Yeah, I can't do tomorrow because I've got Hannon's trust. Women's trust.
Me,
Wednesday morning? Who would like to be on it?
I'd like to be on it, but I can't do it longer.
I can't do Wednesday morning.
I think you only need sort of,
just say,
Oh,
I can do that. Really hard.
John,
I just having a look at the diary. Sorry.
John, David,
Yeah.
John,
Yeah, put me down.
how many? Four.
that'd be lovely. Yeah, David, John, Jen, and Bob.
Johnson.
So what sort of time do you want to do Wednesday? 10 a.m?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check my meeting schedule.
Right, so number 54 then, to consider proposals for the upgrade of the public toilets and suits and use, and to agree the establishment of a working group for the project. So Bob, do you-
We'll just need a working group, so we can sort of decide on plans and, size of it. Just need different opinions. To see if someone just going in there and
any comments, David? Do you have your hand up? No?
Can I just say that a few years ago, when we decided on having these two toilets, we had working groups, and I believe it was Julie Anderson that went out and got a load of information about it. Could we rehash some of that, please? Because I do think it would be useful. Because there was a thought at some point that towns didn't need toilets. And,
They certainly do.
and people weren't. That is why I think it was, because of the vandalism and everything, it was reduced to the two toilets. Because it was,
Have they been vandalised?
what?
Is that why they went down to two? Because of
Yes,
vandalism?
yes, it was terrible.
Yeah.
That was closed nearly all the time.
still got vandalised.
Yeah.
Then the two.
It was dreadful. So what I'm saying is, that it might be helpful to just rehash some of that for people to look at.
Judy did
Because-
send it to you.
yes.
There was, the police were involved as well.
Yes, and we went out to other towns and everything to try and, get the right thing for the town.
And also
An
having
expert there.
having this caretaker, they're going to be around,
Yes, of course. But you see, it's when you're not around that these things.
Well, that's
where the gates come in.
That's where the gates
Yes.
come in, but that's
Yeah.
where they shut them at 5 o'clock at night, so they're there around the
But-
town until.
I believe you said, didn't you, Graham, that the toilets were very good the other day when you were.
Yes, I checked both of them.
And thought-
Very,
We haven't had any.
our staff have done a good job and.
Yeah,
Yes,
since the gates have
touch
gone
wood,
on, we've
we-
had
of
nothing.
course, everything.
yeah,
We haven't had the vandalism
yeah,
since we put the gates on. And it seems to make common sense that we still have restricted hours.
I think that's the thing, is the
Yeah.
restricted hours.
yes.
Part of the working group is to sit there and discuss. Yes, what sort of toilets do we need? We might not need that many extra toilets, man. We just
Yeah,
thought,
exactly.
So it's just
Oh,
the
yeah.
configuration of that
Just-
space.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
will be.
But it might be interesting to just have what Judy and all of us found out during that time.
Okay, so to agree the establishment of a working group for the project. So anybody wishing to be on the working group is
well, I think I'm probably.
Yeah.
I'll be on the road.
Les has got it.
On Wednesday, can you do? Wednesday.
See you, is that?
Yeah.
10 o'clock. I thought.
No, I can't do 10. That's
No, I
quite
can't
busy.
Not on Wednesday.
Well, we can sort that out afterwards, can't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Right,
That's
that's
fine.
right. We finish nothing else to say.
So you agree with that?
Yeah.
You've got all that.
You've got that. Who's on the toilet?
Okay,
Well, yeah.
I am.
Yeah, I was just gonna just, who's on the toilet working group?
Thank you.
hands up.
Yeah.
Ed.
Les,
Yeah, did you?
we're all on it.
John? That went past me, I don't know what that was.
I don't do toilets.
Okay, so number 55 is to receive budget reports for Q3 and to receive comments from the budget working group. So to consider the allotment rent increase. So this, I think the allotment rent increase, the cemetery fee increase and the market rent, electric and gazebo increase is an annual increase anyway in line with inflation. Allotments.
I didn't see it.
No,
We've agreed, you have to give the allotment holders a new notice. So they're going to go up in September from last year.
Yeah.
So if you agreed an increase, that'll be an increase for next September.
but the idea was to put them all three up by 2.5%. That's what we said, the group, working group.
So is everybody happy with the 2.5 cents increase?
Well, I'll have to opt that because I've got an interest in the allotments.
Is everybody
I see
happy?
no increase.
Yeah.
Oh, the horse.
56 then to discuss and agree the precept requirement. So this is Helen's.
So you've all had the budget. I've updated it slightly with some new figures that came in today. This is what we're looking at the moment. So this we went through with the budget working group. So we've gone through the budget with 3 times, and this is what we've sort of agreed and finalised at the moment with the working group.
Question.
Yeah. It's supposed to be minus 7. Like 234,000
away for 109,000, that leaves you with a minus figure, and then you take away 155,000. Leaves you with a big minus figure. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not. It says A minus B minus C.
Sorry, I think they should be pluses. So that should balance.
Last year it was A minus B minus C.
Yeah, A.
Actually,
Hang on, so
I checked what it was last year. It was A minus B minus C, and it
I see what.
were at 10.
Yeah, so A to projected balance.
B minus C equals D.
And the general reserve held last year was 45,000.
Yes.
This year it's 234.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a bit odd, isn't it? I mean, huge jump. A huge amount of money more. Where's it come from?
106 payment, section 38 payment,
Interest.
50,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Bit of you know, I'm interested in these things, and I read through this thoroughly, and a bit of text with it to explain how it comes about would be welcome, I think. Because
Got the opportunity.
I don't. Did anyone else query that?
No, because I just looked at the songs.
Why not?
No.
Oh no. Why didn't anyone
So we
say?
went through it at the working group, didn't we?
Yeah, but you went through it in a working group, and it still said that. Now, why didn't anyone query that?
Why would we need to when it's a good figure after the disaster?
No, Graham, you don't. You could put any Mickey Mouse figures in and say, "Oh, that's a good figure. We'll have that."
Yeah, but
The fact is that that doesn't add up.
That doesn't mean justice to our staff who are working on these things.
Sorry, John, what doesn't add up? What?
Well, if you've gone through that without any knowledge of what it was based on, it says the balance is A minus B minus C. Now, if you do that sum, you get a huge minus.
Sorry, that should be A, that should be plus, that should be plus. A and B minus the C. Because you earmarked, you can't use, yes, yeah, that's.
So
The text is
why didn't it say that?
The text is wrong.
And why didn't anyone query it?
You are now, John.
myself.
Anyone query it?
Queries on.
But I do agree with your point about finding out where, like you say, that's a jump of 200,000. So putting down where that's actually come from, the general reserves.
Yes, because I don't want us to be agreeing a precept on something that might not be correct. The other thing I was going to point out was the enormous discrepancy between our budget making last year on expenditure and how much we actually expended. It was a vast difference.
Well, it wasn't that bad because it was 51,000 because we've had extra elections, clerks costs and other things, but with the capital expenditure, Scribe puts that in, so it looks like a discrepancy. So I've taken the capital out because obviously we don't budget, that's not in your precept. And then anything in red, you can see the variance. I mean, the museum, it shows you a deficit, but then we've actually got an in. So you've got, although we didn't budget for it, so it comes as a minus, we'd actually got the same figure in.
Yeah, we're getting flagpole maintenance, or flags in general. Ryan was talking to me the other day about flagpoles and the problems they're having. I don't think £100 will cover what he wants to do. Actually, so I think they get cheap flags or something a bit more.
Yeah, we've put in 2,000 in there. I think so. But again, the flagpole could be capital. Because they will be permanent.
Because we haven't got enough flagpoles anyway.
No.
Discussion.
Cheap flags don't last.
Yeah.
Found out.
No.
Right, any other queries? Anyone else? So are we happy to agree the precept requirements for 25-26?
Well, I didn't think you wanted to lower it, do you? You want to keep it the same. That was what. So what?
That's your mark.
So are you gonna? So the last year was 652,395. Are you going up 0.5% or 1%, or are you gonna
Leave it as
leave
I
it as?
thought the agreement was to.
Surely, I mean, we've got inflation to take into account.
I've
What's
put-
that being over there?
I have put 4.1 on most of the figures, like the electric water rates.
It perplexes me why it's lower this year.
Because last year and the year before and the year before that, you asked for an extra 45,000 to
Yes.
build your reserves back
Yeah.
up, which we've done.
And as you, sorry,
There was only 1 year's worth.
We did that for 3 years.
yeah, doesn't,
We haven't had 3 years worth of budget making.
as I see it,
We've only done 2 budgets, Helen.
But it was done over, this is the, last year was the 3rd year we did that 45,000.
I don't think it could have been, because the first year of our term wasn't our budget. And
Oh,
that
I did
didn't
it.
have anything.
I-
That's where they squandered all the.
No, that was the year before, because like the first year, still the other club, but I did the budget and we put that in.
Right, so are we happy to leave it as it is at no increase or a slight increase? Any thoughts on that? What percentage is this?
So I'm going to abstain.
I thought we'd agreed to leave it.
that's what we said. Yeah,
I would rather give a albeit small increase.
Yeah.
I'd rather we had the ability to
Just the
fund
flexibility.
things
Okay. Yeah.
for the benefits.
so what would 0.5% increase give us then?
What were you looking at?
Correct, they're putting those up for
Yeah.
4.7%,
That's correct.
so 4.7%, and the county are going to see a similar amount.
So if you put it up by 0.5%, that would be an increase of 3,261. 3262.
Well, we tend to get in a chicken and egg situation here because if we keep increasing, we get criticised for that. We've managed to produce a budget which is going to put right a lot of the wrongs of previous years when we haven't had the money to do the jobs that we needed to do. And if we've been able to do that without increasing, that's a good result.
Any other Jill?
I think we should increase it for half.
Yeah.
That would give you 655,657.80.
Yeah.
But that's only going up by 3,000. It's not
Yeah, not
the
there.
increase. So I just don't see the point in doing that. That's my own personal opinion.
I think we've always, the auditors always suggest you put it up by 0.5%.
Yeah.
So then there's never a massive increase.
No. I mean, we did have that with the previous council, didn't we? Or we
Yeah.
did put up
Yeah.
for 3 years and then had to have a massive jump.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the auditor was,
Yeah.
why have you not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to propose that.
But that wasn't fair on
Yeah.
the
I'm
No.
going to propose that we put it up by 0.5%.
Which is that figure, 655,657.80.
Second up. In favour.
So
You just think it's. It's what it's 3 years.
it's not because
We should have it put up every year in the previous lot.
I understand.
We had to big budget. Yeah.
Just ask the question again, I know about it before, what is the tax increase on this budget?
So Bandy was 203.41, so that would be 188. So you just try and put that in. Hang on, if I put in there 655,657.80 to 0.87.
Yeah,
87p.
because there will come a year or two where there's no increase in the tax base, and then we will need to put the precept up.
Yeah. Okay. So these policies that have been done, those are the actually.
Yes, yeah.
So to the date, the next meeting, that's the 13th of April, 2026 at 6:30. So thank you very much.
It's all hands as I get
No, I'll get rid of them.
Yeah, yeah.
So, this is the three.
Yeah, that is very good. Yeah.